Now, what is CoWare? Now, what is the CoWare? Is a central repository. As a central repository, we will see now that how it integrates the project management aspects with the other aspects of ALM, so that the customers do not need to purchase different tools for managing different aspects of the total development lifecycle. So CoWare is a one-stop shop for your different business needs. It has an ALM studio which caters into project management, requirements management, test management, defect management, risk management, document management, and release management. It also takes care of product backlog sprints for Agile, as it has support for Agile development also. It has an ITSM studio which is ITIL V3 compliant, catering to help desk, incident, problem, change, and knowledge base. It ties project and development management together through a single platform. CoWare allows to follow different methodologies for different projects. Like you may want to follow waterfall for one project and then Agile for another, or any hybrid model for another. So all different types of development methodologies are supported. It keeps the artifacts related to project execution and the plan available anytime. And then the real-time dashboard and reporting capabilities across all the phases. With that, we will move into some of the reporting capabilities or some of the screens of CoWare. This is the resource workload screen. So as you can see, it clearly shows the picture of the allocation of individual resources, and that is also based on marks. So we will, in our product demo, we will go into a little bit details on this. But as you can see that we can search by user, by skill, by role, and filter it out and see the availability or the work allocation of the resources. CoWare, not only the work allocation, but CoWare also allows to see the availability of the resources. CoWare also has the facility of providing a Gantt chart. As I was saying, that CoWare has an inbuilt task scheduler. Indeed, in that task scheduler, when you do the schedule, it shows the allocations and the engagement of the resources in the form of a Gantt chart, which you are all familiar with. Then we have hello. Hello.
Yes, Amit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Tilakna, can you hear me properly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think I got. Yeah. Okay. So then we have some useful, very useful metrics and dashboard in CoWare. Like as you can see, the project health report and the quality report. So the quality report gives you parameters like defect delivery defect density, defect removal efficiency, the cost of quality, defect leakage ratio, and the project health report. It clearly indicates the parameters that I have mentioned. That it clearly indicates that what are the parameters in terms of cost and all those things.
Amit, your voice is not. Amit, your voice is not coming clear right now.
Is it clear now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So yeah. So I was saying that the project health report, which gives you a clear indication in terms of schedule, budget, work, and issues. That where are we? Are we ahead of schedule? Are we on track, or are we behind it? So these are certain dashboards and reports which we have. Then other dashboards and reports which are available, like risk by status, defects by severity, requirements by status, change request by source, and requirement submission versus approval. So as I was saying, that CoWare is not only providing the project management thing, but the overall ALM studio with the other artifacts, in it, like the requirements management and the development management, then defect management, test management, those type of things. So from these things, from these type of dashboards, give me a clear picture as an executive or from the management perspective, that not only the project management plan and actual, but where are the other things going wrong, or where are the other things going correct. what is the exact status of the things. Like as you can see that in one dashboard we can take care of, we can track the risk, we can track the defects, we can track the requirements, we can track the change request. So everything can be tracked under the same roof. So with this is another dashboard which I showed you. And now we will move into a short demo of the product, that is the actual Covare product. So let me just open up the screen. So this is basically the Covare product, which you can see that it is a completely 100% web-based product, which is available anytime, anywhere for the users. And as we log in, we land into the dashboard page where we have the project health report and the quality report, as I was showing in my slide. So here you can see that all the parameters, as I was discussing, are getting displayed. And these parameters, I would like to mention that these are not something that is pre-populated or hard-coded. This is basically totally a real-time effect of the data that is getting entered into the system. With that, we will move into the other aspects like the resource availability system. So in the resource availability screen, what we will see is the resource availability screen will allow us to see the resources with their earliest available date and the allocated projects. So here we can see that these are the resources and these are the earliest available date of different resources, and these are the currently allocated projects for these resources. It is not that you can search it only by the, it is a flat list and you cannot filter it out, but you can search it by user. So once you select that, it will ask you for the user names, by giving which it will filter it out. You can search it by skill, the different skills and their conditions. Like if you want to say the skill name, you want to say begins with, you give a name like say .NET. And then you can create this type of filters multi-line, and by doing this you can filter this list by skill also. And not only the skill name, but also as we saw that we can filter it by the number of years of experience and other parameters also. Then we can also search it by role. Role in the sense that we may have different roles in the project like architect, business analyst, change control board, developer, project manager, QA manager, reviewer, testers, all these things. And this list can be filtered by those particular roles also. So this is the type of flexibility or the type of arrangement that Covare has for checking the resource availability, which is very helpful in terms of resource planning. And not only resource availability, if I want to know the exact workload of the users or the resources in terms of the date, in a specific date range, that what are the allocation of those resources, how many hours are allocated, what is, whether they are available or not, these type of things can be also viewed in Covare through the resource workload script, which allow, here also it allows you to filter the list by the name of the user, by skill, and also by role. And with that we will move into the task scheduler. Now Covare has an inbuilt task scheduler which allows you to create multiple plans. And not only multiple plans, it also has the facility, or it also allows you to create a progressive plan. As you can see, progressive plan in the sense, because sometimes it happens that we create the plan before the actual project starts. And we create the plan, it's not necessary that we need to create the plan in one single shot, but we may create the plan in a progressive basis. So we have in this screen, you can see two options as publish and design. So when we keep it in design mode and keep on enhancing the plan or keep on creating the plan in a progressive manner, what happens is it in background doesn't create the task for these activities on actual, because it is in the design mode. So when you think that your plan is completely done with and it is approved by the corresponding stakeholders or managers, then you can click on the publish button, so that what you can do is I mean, when you publish it, then the plan actually gets published, and what happens? The corresponding task for the assigned resources gets generated. And on the right hand side of this plan, you can see the Gantt chart that I was showing you in the slide. This Gantt chart gives a clear picture that which activity is dependent on which activity and what are the resources allotted, what is the activity name, what is the duration of those activities. So that type of the detailed Gantt chart is available along with the scheduler. With that, and as you see that in Covea, we generally do not maintain it as task, because when we maintain it as task in MS Project, then it has certain constraints. But in Covea, we maintain it as work items, which is an added advantage, because it being a work item, it can have other flexibilities of traceability, reporting, and all those things. It gives you the power of entities, which allows you to do many other things like versioning, change history, and everything. So this is basically treated as work items, and when you import the MS Project item to this, what happens? Those MS Project items can be mapped to actual task of Covea as well as to these work items. Now with this plan, you can export it to the MS Project as well as import it from MS Project. And not only MS Project, you can export it to Excel or in PDF format for sharing with your management also. Now this plan also has a unique feature which we call as link item. Now what is this link item? Sometimes it happens that we already have the work items created in the application. Now what we need to do is we just need to plan those work items. Now how to do that? We just click on the link item. Here we have all the work items listed, and then from those work items we can select the necessary work items and then do the planning accordingly. So these type of facilities are there. By creating new version, what you can do is, as I was saying, that baselining or rebaselining of plans is very necessary. So what we can do is, whenever we do some changes or whenever these actual data what you can see are coming from timesheet, we will shortly see that how timesheets gets entered in Covea or how time management or task management gets done in Covea. So with that, the actual time data gets incorporated in the plan, and whenever anything gets deviated in the plan, I mean in the actuals, the deviation immediately gets reflected on the plan. And to baseline that, we can create a new version and preserve the earlier version accordingly. So with this, we will move into the timesheet management part. Now this is how the timesheet gets entered in Covea or the timesheet gets managed. It lists out all the tasks. Let me log in as a different user. So here you will see that in the task scheduler, we had something like for direct manager, that he had some task which was allotted to him on a designated period. Let's say if we take that determine project scope, it was basically a task of direct manager on 2nd of September and the duration was 1 day. So if we can see from the actual thing, I mean we can see from the actual data portion that he had actually started the work on 2nd September and had ended that on 2nd September. So let us see the timesheet of direct manager. If I go to the timesheet of direct manager and if I go to the week of September, then we can see that he had entered determined project scope, he had entered 8 hours of time, or he had booked 8 hours of time against this particular task. Then he had booked 10 hours and 9 hours of time for the task of secure project approval, which he did on 3rd of September and 4th of September. So on the based on that, you can see that the data, the actual data has got populated in the schedule and it is showing as 3rd of September is the actual start date and 4th of September is the actual finish date. So here we have shown the planned start date, end date, duration, predecessor, assigned resource, then the actual start date and actual finish date. But if you want, we can also incorporate things like, we can also configure and bring in columns like actual cost, planned cost, and those type of things can also be done. And in the task management, as we can, I will show you that when we create a task, for every task in Covea has a particular owner assigned to it, where a owner can be a particular role and or can be a particular user also. And not only owner is associated, we can also assign, or we can also decide on the assign policy of the task. Assign policy of the task means that Covea allows 3 types of tasks. One is cube task, another is individual task, and the last one is one task for all. And these 3 types of tasks allows you to track 3 different types of scenarios, or to maintain different types of scenarios. Sometimes it happens, like for any call center type of application, that an issue gets entered and the task gets generated for the earliest available, or for the technician who is earliest available. So what happens is a queue task gets generated on the name of all the technicians, and the technician who is available at the earliest available time picks up that task, which means as soon as he picks up that task, the task from others plate gets out or gets deleted, because that has been taken care of. Then we have individual tasks. So in some scenarios we may need that individual tasks should be created for each and every item, for each and every owner who are allotted to this particular project, for this particular task. And then we have scenarios for one task for all, like the general task we have for in a project, like project meetings. It may happen that project meetings may these project meetings may happen, let's say all the participants or all the stakeholders may want to book time against those project meetings. The task for project meetings. It is not necessary or not wanted also to create multiple tasks for each of them. So you can have one task for all. So the task is one, but multiple people can book time against that. So with that, I will conclude my presentation for today, and I will open up for any question and answer if we have it.
Thanks so much, Amit, for the presentation as well as the demo. We have started assigning questions to you. You can open up your questions window now and view the questions there.
Yeah, sure. So I can see the first question, that who create the project charter in practical scenario.